So hey guys, it's Morgan and welcome back to my channel. I know I'm not doing a regular intro, but you guys, I was rushing and I forgot to film my intro and an outro. But I will be also posting like TikToks and pictures of how my hair turned out. So let me just get straight into the video. So as you guys saw in the beginning, I know I got raggedy braids in. I know, but it's gonna be okay. Raggedy braids are really the best braids. So anyway, I just used Shine and Jam and I put it on my edges and slicked them back so my bald cap will be, nice and neat and I won't have any hair in the way. For my wig caps, I have been getting them from the beauty supply store, but now that I found that Shein has them for like 10 for $1 or $2, I've been getting them from Shein, okay? So I just cut like 2 eye holes and then 2 ear holes so I can have a really flat bald cap, because you don't want any of your caps sticking up. To lay down my bald cap, this is the Even Spray in black. I've just been hearing so many good reviews about this spray that I've decided to start using it on my installs, and I've been liking it. I just found out that they came out with a gold one, so I'm going to try that one. So on to the hair. This is, I believe, 26 inches, and I put in skunk stripes on the sides. They're really cute, and so I'm just showing you guys right now how I slick back my hair. Just have my hot comb, and I'm just slicking the frontal back so when I'm using my glue to lay it down, it doesn't get in the way, because you don't want any hairs under the lace, because it's going to be hard to try to remove it and take it off, and it's going to be a hot mess. So next, I'm just cutting, literally not the whole cap, just that one little like band part, and I'm cutting it right there just because in the back I don't want any of my braids peeking through. So if you cut off that elastic band, your braids can like fall out the cap, but when you cut it like this, your braids don't fall out the cap, so it's a lot easier. So then onto this part, I'm literally cutting around my hairline, and I'm trying to show you guys like how I have a weird hairline, how in the front it goes back, but then on my sides it comes up. So that's why in a lot of my frontal videos, I always cut off like the sides of my frontal from the cap so that I can stretch the frontal to cover my side edges, especially on the left hand side. My hair comes out really far, and I used to cut it off, but then I'm like, why am I cutting it off for a temporary hairstyle? So I've just been cutting my frontals off of my wig caps. And you also want to make sure that you're cutting off any excess cap that isn't stuck down with your spray, because this will make or break your style. If you have some cap lifting up, that is not a nice sight. So next, I'm just going to use some 91% alcohol to clean off my forehead, because I will be... Actually, no, I didn't use the glue. I ended up using my Bold Hold Liquid Gold. But you still want to clean off your forehead to get rid of any oils and just anything that's on your forehead that won't let the glue adhere. So this is how I always have to apply my frontals. I cut my frontal at least in 3 parts. Sometimes I do 4 depending on the hair. But I always have to cut it in 3 because, as you guys heard me say when I did my bald cap, my edges stick out way farther than the top of my hair. So I cut it in 3 so I'll be able to pull my edges just a little bit further up. So at the top that I've already laid down, I just did 1 layer of this Bold Hold Liquid Gold. But on the sides of my hair, I did 2 layers, and I wish I never did that because it came out like the glue just got really thick and it was hard to kind of blend it in. And as you guys are going to see later on, it had like a white cast and it just did not look good. So I had to go and try to clean up the mess that I made. And make sure when you guys lay your glue that you're actually using a comb to go ahead and blend that lace into the glue. I like to use a thinner comb than this one, but I didn't have that one at the time, so I just had to use this. But I'm making sure that I'm combing and pressing the lace into that glue. And the thing is, you want to make sure that your glue isn't still like extra wet. You want to make sure that it's tacky, because if it's still too wet, it's going to bleed through the lace and get on the hair, and it's going to be a mess. So wait till it's tacky. So after you're done laying down all the sides, I just take my elastic band and tie it really extra tight. If you don't have a headache, you didn't tie it tight enough. You need this really, really tight so that it further like blends your lace with the glue. And I'm telling you, this is like the most important step to blending your lace in with your skin, is putting that elastic band on top. So the next step is cutting off your lace, and you want to make sure that you're not cutting in a straight line. You kind of want to do like a little zigzag motion, because you don't want a straight line. Straight line will look wiggy. But right here, y'all, I'm really just showing y'all how much of like the residue that glue left, because it was really thick. And like some parts you're gonna see like look shiny, like right there. That's literally the bow hold liquid gold that I had to get off my forehead. For some reason it dried like that. I don't know what I do know. I feel like I used too many layers and that's why I did that. But I know not to do that anymore. So to take off that extra glue, I am using water, and I'm also going in with 91% alcohol just to take off that extra glue and get my sides looking right. I did go in later with some lace tint just so it wouldn't look as white as it looks. I should have put lace tint on my actual lace before I installed it, but I forgot. So it's still gonna look right as of right now, but when I show you guys my pictures and some videos, you're gonna see that it doesn't look white. So next up are just the baby hairs, and I feel like baby hairs really make or break your hairstyle, especially when you mess up just like me, because you really can use your baby hairs to hide all like your edges that were white, so you really don't have to do like that much maintenance on it. And so I am going to try to make my sections as equal as possible on both sides, but sometimes I am off doing this because it's really a science. And then I tried to make them fluffy. It's my first time really doing like fluffy baby hairs. So I don't really know about my baby hairs this time, y'all. Just keep on watching to see how they turned out. So now I'm going back in with that black even spray, basically just to lay any piece of the lace that didn't lay down the first time, and just to melt my lace a little bit further. So I'm going to go in with the spray, and then I'm going to tie it down with my elastic band. So now I'm just going in with my razor comb just to trim my baby hairs a little bit shorter. I do go in shorter with my baby hairs later, but I don't film it because y'all, I was rushing and I really forgot to film like the last part of the video to even show what the hair looks like. So it was just a mess for me that day. I just had a lot to do. But yeah, so now that I've cut it with the razor comb, I'm just going to take off my elastic band, comb out my baby hairs because some of it might have got that even spray on it, and I don't want my baby hairs to be like, you know, stiff. So I'm just taking my edge brush, the comb part, and I'm just combing it out. And I'm still like kind of sectioning it off because I can kind of see which ones need a little bit more hair. Then I'm going to take my Kiss pencil flat iron and I'm curling my baby hairs up. And I'm going to do that to every single baby hair. And what I use to lay my baby hairs is just my Got To Be in the black bottle. I just put a little bit of that on my baby hair and that lays it. But recently I've been using foam because I feel like the Got To Be sometimes just makes my baby hairs really stiff. And I found out with foam, it's just easier to comb my baby hairs out to get a fluffier baby hair look. So in my next video, you will be seeing me use foam instead of Got To Be. Okay guys, so this is really the last part of the video, just me doing my baby hairs, and I'm not going to really talk about them too much because I don't like how I did them in this part, but I will probably do a baby hair tutorial later on. But I just wanted to talk about like the pictures you're going to be seeing. So the first pictures and videos I'm going to put are the pictures from the first day when the hair was just freshly washed and I didn't have anything in it. And then I will show pictures from the second day of when I put foam in it and really defined the curls of the hair.